Welcome to the Stressless Boss podcast. Thank you, leaders. Thanks, soon to be leaders. Thanks for coming back to join me on another live stream here on YouTube. It is my pleasure to meet with you guys on today. Please take the time to engage in a poll conversation. Post it in the chat. I would like to know how stressful was your day today. All right, let me know. I'm here for you. Welcome, family. Welcome, friends. Welcome, everyone that's tuning in here to the Stressless Boss. Thank you guys for joining me on today on this live stream. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so you may stay motivated and stay inspired. That no matter what happened at work today, I'm going to make it a whole lot better. Just make sure you stay tuned in with the nuggets that I'm going to share with you today. Welcome. Thanks. All right, I try to be on time a little bit. We ain't going to be late. I ain't going to hold you guys long today. Just trying to get time to get some people back into the room. All right, welcome leaders, and welcome soon to be leaders. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Stressless Boss podcast with me, your host, the Stressless Boss. I'm here for you guys today. Just love to play jazz music because it's something that's very subtle that relaxes yourself. And I want you guys to make sure you're taking time for you to make sure that you're relaxing yourself after work. All right? Make sure you take the time to distress yourself. I got couches here so you can take a seat as you watch the Stressless Boss. Think about how stressful your day was and how I'm about to make it much better with listening to calm leadership with your host, the Stressless Boss. Please let your kids know. Please let your husband know, your girlfriend know, and your boyfriend and your lovers know that the Stressless Boss is on. All right? Make sure you guys tune in and tell them to clean out their trunk, all right? Make sure they make space for the nuggets that I'm about to give y'all on today. There's no other place to be than to be here. For those of y'all that are at work, shh, please be quiet. Let those that are being productive work hard. Let them get doing what they need to get doing. All right. For those of y'all that y'all sexy bosses, y'all at the gym, y'all working out, y'all getting fit, y'all walking outside, you outside in the car, turn me up. All right. Let's make sure you guys please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel to stay motivated. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to take about 5 minutes to give people a little bit more time to tune in. Thank you guys for being here. Just relax yourself for the next 5 minutes. All right, relax yourself. Don't forget to visit the website at www.guestcareerservices.com. If you need that resume updated, you need a new cover letter, please check out the website. I provide it at a very low price. That stressful day don't have to be a stressful day any longer. It can get a whole lot better. All right. That's nice. Nice, nice. Hey, let's get the lights up. Let me know where you're from. All right. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started. I'm thinking the 5 minutes probably be cut a little bit short. We just want to get things rolling. As y'all know, there are good days and there are bad days. It's okay to have some bad days because they prepare you for the next day. It's okay to take an L sometimes, all right? All right, I just want to make sure that all the leaders are back and soon to be leaders. Don't be late because of me, all right? Make sure that you stay on time. That's the number one thing that I make sure I work on is timing. Sometimes you got to clean some stuff out. Sometimes you got to make some space for something new so you can speed yourself up, all right? Inside, so it can reflect on the outside. All right. I want to make sure that you guys have been prepared as I have on today. Please make sure that you got pen and paper to write down some notes that I'm going to share with you on today. Now, we all have setbacks, like technical issues, like I had the past few days. Here in Texas, we have a very bad windstorm. I mean, it's really, really cutting up. But that's okay. Every day I came on here live. Every day I put up my dukes to say, you know what? I'm going to try. And I'm going to always try. So I encourage you never to give up. Keep going. Keep going. But don't give up. Sometimes it's okay to take an L. Yeah, I said it. It's okay to take an L. You know why? Because a lot of times we're always focused on the goal. Majority of the times we go to work every day, we wake up early, we get our clothes, put gas in the car, we drive to work, we log into that computer, and all we can see is goal. But sometimes you're going to take an L. And it's okay to take an L sometimes. Because if you drop that L and you put a T, you're going to be the GOAT. Remember that. That's a nugget for you. You're going to be the GOAT. It's okay. G-O-A-T is GOAT. When you spell goal, G-O-A-L, drop the L. You're going to get GOAT. I bet y'all ain't think about that. Tell your boss about that when you go to work tomorrow. Let them know it's okay to take an L. Sometimes you got to get down, but you get back up again. But you know what? I want you to stay tuned in. So every time you get down, you stay motivated with me, your Stressless Boss. I want to make sure you guys stay encouraged. It is my job to get you that new job, to get you a new resume and a new cover letter. So please be sure to stay tuned in to Calm Leadership. Don't forget, if you need your resume updated or a cover letter, and you're looking for that next best place, hit me up at www.guestcareerservices.com. So just as we start every show, I'm going to always start with the scripture. The scripture for today comes from Proverbs 12:1. Whosoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whosoever hates correction is stupid. I love that passage. You know why? Because you got a lot of stupid bosses out there. You got a lot of stupid people that are managing you. You have a lot of people that do not accept any type of correction. And that's fine, because you got me, the Stressless Boss, to make sure you guys are motivated and inspired and you have the tools to get to the next level. Okay? Again, the scripture says, whoever hates correction is stupid. All right? All right, there's nothing wrong with correction. We all need correction. Even myself, when I make mistakes, I had to get back up again. When I go to the gym, I went today actually, and I left my phone at home. I had my work phone on me. When I got there, couldn't get in the gym. But you think I let that stop me? No way. So please make sure you guys stay tuned in to hear me, the Stressless Boss, take that stress away. If you were tuned in from the previous episode, the first 3-hour session that I did, it was very stressful for me, but that's all right. I did it with ease. I did it because I knew I wanted to grow. And of course, I want to grow this channel. I want to grow other leaders. I want to grow other people to develop themselves and be great at life. I just want to make sure you guys know that at the bottom of my heart, the passion that I have is for the people. And I'm here to make sure that I'm expressing that passion on YouTube. So please help the algorithm, like and subscribe so we can stay motivated. Now, if you were tuned in last time, we talked about discipline. And discipline isn't pleasant. It's meant to be painful sometimes. But sometimes in discipline, you learn your greatest lesson. And from the last lesson that we talked about, there are the 5 hacks to being disciplined. Number 1, you got to clean out that trunk. You got to make room for things that's new. All right. Number 2, you got to set a routine. You got to make sure that you're putting things in place and you're planning and you're practicing those plans every day. Number 3, you want to make sure that you inventory the people that you hang around. The person I want to become, I need to make sure that I'm motivated and I'm mentoring myself with these individuals and I'm locking in with individuals like that and I'm connecting. You can't get anywhere by yourself. You have to work with people. So make sure that your circle is strong. Number 4, you need to practice what you preach. There's no reason why I would get before you guys and I don't sit here and make sure that my attire is right, that I'm dressed well, and I'm put together, and all of my equipment, including this old room that I used to have boxes in, is put to use now. So I encourage you, make this in what you preach. And do not forget your principles. Do not forget character that you are. The morals that you stand on, whatever you believe, whatever you have faith in, don't forget about that, because that's what makes you, you. I know that video was 3 hours long. It was very, very raw, very new, but that's okay. We're going to dig through it. But just make sure, in order to practice discipline, you know that you have to follow those 5 hacks. Now, that video was about 3 hours long. You guys take heed to that video and see where we grow from there. We're going to take a 5-minute break to get back with you guys. So please stay tuned in. If you guys have any questions, please ask them in the chat. All right. We back. Break is now over. All right, for those of you guys that are still tuned in, welcome leaders and welcome soon to be leaders. Good evening. Today I want to talk to you about something that's very important, that's very essential to achieving success in the area of your life. And it's going to be a continued conversation about discipline. We still going to continue that conversation to make sure that I really lock in with you. A lot of y'all stressed at work, but a lot of y'all lack discipline also. A lot of y'all not prepared for the next day. A lot of y'all not ready to handle when your boss come up to you and give you an assignment. So we have to be prepared. We have to make sure that we practicing discipline. Discipline is not just about following the rules or sticking to a routine. Yes, that's one of the 5 hacks. But discipline does not just deal with following a routine. It's about the ability to stay focused no matter what happens, even when it hits hard or there's many distractions. That was a couple nuggets that I talked about in the video before that I spent 3 hours on. Yeah, I put some time and some flex into that one. Discipline requires you to be able to avoid distractions. You just can't stay focused on a routine. You got to keep going no matter what. What is discipline? At its core, discipline is the practice of self-control. That's deep right there. Hope y'all got y'all pen and paper. It is the ability to make decisions that align with your long-term goals. Even when you don't feel like it. Even if you don't feel like you have the momentum to get it done, you got to stick with it. On yesterday, as I said before, we had a bad windstorm here in Texas. All right, it blowed over the trash can. I had to go outside with my hat on and my shades, go pick up the trash can. Yeah, I did it. I had no choice. But a lot of times in life, you got to stay disciplined, even when things don't meet your needs. It's not about getting all the accomplishments. It's not about that. It's about pushing yourself to the limit, to do it when it counts. It's about consistency of choosing actions that will help you grow and will help you exceed. See, sometimes we don't understand that a lot of the greatness that we have within us, we just got to push through. You can't just give up. If you fail at one thing, it's okay. You get back up. Because don't forget who's the GOAT. The GOAT is that one person in the family that keep failing, but they keep getting back up. You know why? Because they can't see nothing but the goal. Now we're going to get into point number 2. Why is discipline so important? Discipline is the cornerstone of achievements, people. There is nobody that has been successful. You got Michael Jordan. You got Kobe Bryant, RIP. You got Steph Curry. We got a lot of great people out here. But you know what? They had to have discipline. They had to have that strong backbone to be great. Think of a person who has achieved something remarkable. Just take a moment to think about it. Anybody you know in your family that's successful? Anybody you know that has achieved greatness? They didn't just get there by accident. They had to stay focused and put in that hard work. And they had to resist urges to give up. When you're here with me, I want to remind you never to give up. Always keep going. Always keep thriving. Always stay inspired. And I post every day on Instagram and YouTube to make sure you guys can help yourself overcome the challenges and obstacles that try to get in your way from being great. Progress makes perfect. Don't forget, number one, you got to make sure that you check yourself. You got to take self-accountability. You got to make sure that what you're doing and what you have going on, is it beneficial to you and your growth? We're going to move on to number two. Discipline and motivation. They both go together. There is nothing you can do without the other. Nothing. You have to be disciplined and you have to stay motivated to get through these things. In life, things are going to always come your way. It's just part of life. I was listening to a quote today. The good days make you remember how beautiful life is. The bad days teaches you a lesson of what you need to do for tomorrow. The good people in your life, they create great memories. You take pictures with those people. You go on trips with those people. You smile at them every day. The bad people, the bad bosses, the stressful bosses, the people that get on your nerves, those people, they teach you a lesson. And you need to learn from those lessons. But a lot of times, that's not the end. There's much more to your success in life than being stressed out. That's why you're here with me, the Stressless Boss. Some days we feel like we've been so driven and we don't have the energy. And other days we do. But discipline, it doesn't matter what it takes when you're disciplined. You just stay locked in. You see things through. Even when you're not feeling motivated, you stick with it, all right? It's about showing up. You got to make sure you show up. If you got anything you got going on right now, if you're in the gym and you're listening, make sure you keep showing up to the gym. Don't give up. When you do that one set and you only do 10, try to do 12 tomorrow. Try to challenge yourself. But stay in it. Stay dedicated to it. Don't give up. The fourth point, building discipline. Discipline is not something that just happens overnight. That's why I'm starting with the 5 hacks that I posted on my page. I want to make sure you guys have the tools and the knowledge to understand how to even get to discipline. Discipline is just not something you turn on a switch and say that I'm going to do it. It is a skill. And like any other skill, it requires time and practice. Every small thing matters. Every small acceptance, every small goal that you hit, it matters a lot. And that's why I start with, you got to, number one, clean out that trunk. You got to make room for things that's new. You can't keep on and keep with the same old thing. You got to make sure you form a routine. That's number 2. Number 3, you got to make sure you check the people that's around you. You can't be hanging around with people that's not trying to get you to the next level. I don't care who they are. If you want to become someone great, you got to make sure that you around the right type of people with positive and motivating energy. And that's why you're here with me, the Stressless Boss. Number 4, you got to make sure you practice what you preach. And number 5, you got to make sure you work on that character. There's nothing that you're going to do without you. You're uniquely yourself. Don't copy and paste yourself based off what other people are doing. But just remember, discipline does not come overnight. It's a skill. You have to practice, and it takes time. Just start small. All you got to do is create a routine, set clear goals, and try your best. I really mean this from the bottom of my heart, because I'm very passionate about people. Please put forth the effort. Don't just come to work and think that everything is going to be handed out to you. Try to bring some good into that building as well. I know y'all got a lot of stuff going on. I know you got kids. I know you got a family. I know you got a crazy maybe husband at home that's driving you nuts, and you got to wash all the clothes and wash the dishes. Just try to stay locked in. Don't give up. You got to stay motivated. All right? So you got to bring something to the table. You got to make sure that you're setting these goals and you're trying to achieve these goals little bit by little bit. You'll begin to start to trust yourself. Because if you can't trust yourself, you're not going to be able to achieve anything. The more you trust yourself, the better your discipline will grow inside of you, and you will become very, very strong. Just think about it. Motivation. It's a spark. It's something that turns you on, that gets you ready, that gets you started. It's something that allows you to give you fuel to that fire, what you're trying to achieve. You got to have motivation, people. You got to have motivation. I know there's a lot of different things that people are watching right now. They probably not locked in. I'm motivated. They ain't got to watch it right now. They can watch it later. That's all good. But I want you guys to know to stay motivated, because it is a fire that's inside you that gets you started. But discipline is the fuel that keeps it burning. So you have to have both of them. You can't have one without the other. If you wait on motivation to come, you might be waiting forever. But that's why I make sure I provide it, and it's here posted on YouTube and my Instagram channel, to make sure you guys have the motivation and the gas you need to get yourself going in the morning. I try my best to post every day, so you guys have some positive motivation, some positive vibes to go to work with before you get there. So make sure you guys stay motivated, all right? But you have to make sure that you create a habit or discipline. That fire, you want to keep burning. If you don't keep, it's gonna wear itself out. So you gotta stay diligent and you gotta stay motivated. The next point I'm gonna talk about is you gotta have some real life examples. You gotta think about your current situation. You gotta be able to understand that what you have and what you want to achieve, how can you get there? If you think that you're going to just become a manager, what skills do you have to get you to that point? If you're an individual contributor and you're so sick of your boss getting on to you because you can't do something right or you're always doing something wrong, number one, self-evaluate yourself. Let's keep things real. Let's take care of you first. And then once we take care of you, then we can go to the boss. Then we can go and say, hey, boss, this is what I did. I self-examined myself, as the Stressless Boss said. I checked out what I had in my trunk. I cleared it out. I'm more organized. I need to learn some more information, boss. Can you give me some more information so I can be great? So you don't have to keep coming to tell me that I'm not doing good at my job. Sometimes you need to make sure that you're doing everything that you can do. But that's what I'm here for. I want you guys to take the chance, put in the chat if you guys have had a stressful day or a non-stressful day. Because we all need somebody. We all need somebody. But don't forget, you got to have real life examples. You can't be trying to be delusional about things that you want to become. Everything has to be done with faith and not fear. We all have that within us. We just have to make it work. When you look at your watch, times keep ticking. The time keeps ticking. But what are you doing? Are you just looking at the time? Are you just looking at my show and not doing anything? Or are you going to get up and get active and get motivated and start emptying out some things and start checking the people that you have around you and making sure that your routine is okay? and you practicing what you preach, and you make sure that your character is intact. All of these things are very important for our society. And in the career field, you want to make sure that your character is on point. A lot of people won't do things for you if they know that they can't trust you. But if you can't follow discipline, you can't trust yourself. And if you can't trust yourself, then you failed the system. You got to tune back in to the Stressless Boss and watch these 5 hacks that I posted on YouTube and Instagram. You got to stay tuned in. If you think about a successful athlete, even when they train, they're tired. I go to the gym every day. When I go to the gym, I train. I don't even know what I'm training for because I want to look good. I want to look good before my wife. I want to look good for my kids. I want to look good for my family. I want to make sure that if something happens, I can pick them up. Or if somebody needs protecting, I can protect them. People, success does not come from just saying I want it. You can't buy it. You got to put in the work. You got to stay motivated. Just like an athlete, LeBron James, there is no way that he's going to just give up. This guy invests at least $1 million into his body yearly. And I'm sure he's tired every day. Excuses is terrible for people. You can't be disciplined and you got excuses. You got to eliminate those excuses. You got to stay motivated. You got to wake up with that can-do attitude. Like, I can do this. I just did 3 hours. My first terrible, horrible. But you think I'm going to do that again? No, I'm not going to make those same mistakes. I'm going to learn from those mistakes. But you know what? There's a man up above that knows the big picture, just like he knows the big picture about your life. He knows exactly what's going to happen. Sometimes you can't plan that. Sometimes life is just going to happen. But just don't give up. When the challenges approach, don't give up. Stay motivated. It is not always easy, but it's always worth it. You have to remember that. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. So the next time that you're facing a challenge, remember that the Stressless Boss talked about the discipline. You got to stay disciplined in your actions, because every action that you take, it leads you. It leads you. And as the day go on, as those challenges get bigger and bigger, you got what it takes to get through it. But you got to stay committed. You got to commit to the process, even when it's tough, because you will see the results, but you have to understand that it ain't easy, and you have to be disciplined. All right. Now that's all I have for you guys today. I thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate all the love, all the faith that it takes to get here on live to talk to you guys on today. I really appreciate it. And please like and subscribe. Thanks for joining.